Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Tacoma Rainiers and the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Henry Levine will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
Striding in, Charlie McLeod. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. First delivery to him on the way. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Number 62.
There's ball 4.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk, and there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. The 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Heredia. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. 1 inning in the books here. The Chihuahuas lead it 1-0. Striding in once again, Charlie McLeod. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line to the right side. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, number 62. He drew a walk his first time up. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Now at the plate, Franchi Cordero. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Franchi Cordero.
Hard hit ball to short. Fielded cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. El Paso's out on top, 2-1. Standing in, Charlie McLeod. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Digging in once again, Charlie McLeod, and their runners at the corners now.
McLeod.
From the stretch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Popped him up. And that will fall as he comes through. It's a base hit. Scoring is the runner from third, and that'll cut the lead down to 1.
Hey, with that base hit right there, that's his third run batted into the game.
Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team together with a great approach, finding his third RBI of the day.
Stepping up now, number 62. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Number 62.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Great job of hustle there by the base runner. That looked like an easy inning-ending double play. Now runners at first and third with 2 outs. You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Tacoma Rainiers crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Roenis Elias gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Alexis Oliveros hammers down the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score first for the victorious Rainiers. 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 16 men on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Now on your home for minor league baseball. MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Tacoma Rainiers and the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Matt Strom will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Digging in, Charlie McLeod. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. Line to the right side. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What's the word on them as they try to split the series, Mark?
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team.
At the plate, Gustavo Lucero. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-1. Runners off for second. Strike taken, the throw.
Gonna throw it?
And it's behind the runner to first.
What the hell?
Striding into the box, Charlie McLeod. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Heredia is in his tracks now. 2 gone. Ready for another chance, Charlie McLeod. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He'll start him with a curveball that's bounced foul just to the left of home plate. Acosta features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. Now a curveball that's yanked high and deep down the line in right. Buxton's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Ready for another shot now, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. Back up the middle. And that's just past the grasp of Cano into center, a base hit. Bottom of the 7th inning. He'll go at least 1 plate appearance deeper after the 2-out hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Chihuahuas jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Michael Cannon claims the win out of the pen, his first. Rick Hubble struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
For the Chihuahuas, 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Rainiers, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.
Game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Salt Lake Bees and the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Luis Perdomo gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Charlie McLeod.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Blash moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better.
Here's Jeffrey Marte now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jeffrey Marte.
The 1-1 home. Runner goes for third. In there. Now the throw.
The fuck?
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he bunched him up a bit as this is lined softly over first. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Go back.
The relay throw. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero.
Center fielder.
Ramirez on third. McLeod is over at first with 1 away. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Leading off the inning, Charlie McLeod, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Hit on the ground out to short. And that's out number 1. Into the box now, Charlie McLeod. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
McLeod.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. But a foul ball. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Basic comes up with it. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Bees led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Manny Osuna earns the win, his 2nd. Junichi Tazawa records the save, his 6th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Stingers. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Salt Lake Bees and the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Henry Levine gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
Batting fourth, catcher.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Charlie McLeod. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. Grounded back up the middle. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And that play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, number 62. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. So it's no runs on no hits, 1 error in the inning, and a couple of men left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Bees are out in front, 2-0. So striding forward now, Bobby Robles. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Marte, the runner at first with 2 gone. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down.
What the hell's with
and they're not going to have a play on him as the catcher just
what's
eats
with
it.
the fielding in this all of a sudden?
So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy. Into the box now, Charlie McLeod.
Charlie McLeod.
Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's 1 away. Digging in, Dusty Moss. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Now the 1-0. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
Throw it.
And no throw, in fact.
All right, I'm getting fucking pissed
Standing
off.
in, Charlie McLeod. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. everything is moving north.
Number 62.
He goes towards second. That's a strike to throw down. Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
I like the decision to steal right there, and it worked out. With 2 outs, there's not a lot to lose if you get caught, but if you get there successfully, all of a sudden you're just a single to the outfield from pushing a run across.
Here now the 2-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. McLeod rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as the lead is cut to 4-2 now.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher have the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit.
Digging in and looking for more, Michael Hermosillo. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one.
Seeing how I can't throw anybody out.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. He's running. And this one is off the catcher's glove, and that might be a run. And no throw. In fact, he'll just hang on to it.
Awesome.
Into the box, Charlie McLeod. He singled his last time up.
McLeod.
First pitch on its way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Hit well on the ground to first. Marte loves it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping up to the plate, Charlie McLeod, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line to the right side, but foul. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-3 tonight. Salt Lake jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Miguel Almonte takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Stingers. 8 runs on 13 hits.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Salt Lake Bees and the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Jesus Ramirez, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Designated hitter.
Stepping into the box, Will Zeminski, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down.
Why are you not throwing the ball anymore?
Coming to the plate now, Charlie McLeod, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Batting 6.
So coming to the plate, number 62. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Popped him up. Serrano is there, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 2 hits. Now batting, Charlie McLeod. He reached on a single in his first try. High in the air out to center field. Pendergast has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out. In now, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of that fastball. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down. This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the...
And hold on now, that's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Next will be the designated hitter, number 62. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
So stepping in, number 11. Runner in scoring position with two
Number
gone.
11.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Charlie McLeod. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. Moreno is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We've played 8 full, and we are tied 2-2. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
He was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. El Paso came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Elmer Castilla gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us.
An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors. A player is encouraged to turn a weakness into a strength.
Great. I'll see if it lets me throw somebody out at second. If not,
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Sacramento River Cats. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Eddie Montano, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Chihuahuas lead it 1-0. Now at the plate, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Charlie McLeod.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
The batter.
Digging in now, number 62 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit to first, scooped up to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Settling in now, Charlie McLeod. He singled his last time up.
Charlie McLeod.
First offering on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Oh and 1, here it comes. Way out in front.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Hit back up the middle. Ramirez fields it cleanly, and that's the second out. Coming to the plate now, Charlie McLeod. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lined into left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The relay, and he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Now batting.
Stepping in, number 62, and they're runners at the corners now.
Hey, and that last at bat, that was a pretty decent pitch. It was down and away out of the zone and off the plate, and he was still able to go out there and drive it out of the ballpark.
That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, to second for 1.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Ready now, Charlie McLeod, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. Down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. El Paso's out on top, 5-2.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
5-2 the final score tonight. El Paso came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Elmer Castilla earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Lee Sao closes the door for the save, his 12th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now our final line score. First for the victorious Chihuahuas, 5 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 12.
And our situation as we welcome you to this one, runners at first and second here with 2 away in the inning. Now at the plate, Charlie McLeod, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. He's set, and the pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Baca is there. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are tied 2-2. Robbie Rangel is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Robbie Rangel.
Well, it took about a game and a half to seal this deal, but they took the lead in the top of the 14th and hung on for the road win in the bottom of the 14th. That's a real team builder right there.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. El Paso pick up win number 20 on the year. Lee Sao claims the win out of the pen, his first. Number 65 retires the side to hammer down the save, his second. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
For the Chihuahuas, 5 runs on 14 hits.
Now on your home for minor league baseball. MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Tonight it's the 3rd of this 4-game weekend series between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Sacramento River Cats. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Rudy Glass will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Leading off the inning, Charlie McLeod, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch on its way. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Silva is in pursuit. 1 out.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And this team right here is known for kicking the ball around. They have the lowest fielding percentage in the entire league, and it could come back to haunt them in this one.
So striding in, Jack Ramirez. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. First offering on its way. There he goes. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And no throw, in fact. So here's the cleanup hitter, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. Grounded to the right. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for them. Or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Digging in to try it again. Number 62. He reached on a single in his first try. McLeod leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. He loses him on ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
The 1-2. On the ground to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit.
I mean, that had to feel amazing right there. I know it's only a single, but when you're walking to the plate and you're not even hitting your weight, to see that batting average go up had to put a smile on his face.
Now to the plate, Frank Herrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Frank Herrera.
Looking to leave him loaded. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Chihuahuas lead it 3-1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Charlie McLeod. He singled his last time up.
McLeod.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Gomez. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. El Paso's out on top, 5-1. Ready once again, Charlie McLeod. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Charlie McLeod.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. Home run number 5 on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the...
Ready to take his hacks again, Charlie McLeod, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Digging in, number 62. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Set to deal on 2-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Chihuahuas lead it 13-1. So digging in now, Charlie McLeod, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Looking to minimize the damage here. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it.
Oh, give me a break.
And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. El Paso's out on top, 15-1.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.
16-1 this evening. El Paso led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Antonio Vargas earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Rudy Glass was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Michael Cannon takes the rare 3-inning save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.
Chihuahua.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Sacramento River Cats. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Juan Zambrano, the Puerto Rican southpaw, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Charlie McLeod.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Fellas, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field this afternoon. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Matty, I think this is a big game. I really do. This team has not played well lately. Now they find themselves 1 game under 500. It is not.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So a couple of hits here in the top half. Stepping into the box, Charlie McLeod. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trejo has it in his sights, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Chihuahuas lead it 2-0. At the plate, Mariano Guzman. He drew a walk his first time up. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there. Now the throw.
Throw the ball. Why are you throwing it to first?
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Juan Zambrano, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Throw to first in time, and you got to question that decision as the side is retired. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. At the plate, Charlie McLeod. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Runner at first here with 1 away in a 2-2 ball game.
Damn it.
Can't imagine he comes back with a 3rd breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. striding in to start the ninth, Charlie McLeod, and they'll need him to get something going here. Hit in the air down the right field line. Silva giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. Sacramento rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Juan Zambrano earns win number 4 on the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First